Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
Hi guys, welcome, lovely to see you again. It's me, Chris, of Alternative World, here on YouTube. Today is money saving tips ideas. I am a professional comedian and impressionist from London, England, on the Cheek of It 69 YouTube channel. YouTube and TV sensation, or it depends who you ask really, but I suppose, yeah, a little bit of a sensation, possibly. But today, you're going to have to put up with my ugly mush again, I'm afraid, here on Alternative World. Hope you're having a great day. Make sure you subscribe, like and share. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some money saving tips and ideas. If you go back on previous videos, you'll see different stuff every single show, every single Friday here on Alternative World. We get straight into the action, the money saving tips and ideas action. Anyway, I don't know what type of action you guys are wanting, but here is the money saving tips and ideas, most definitely. What I do want to do, I want to say hello to Teresa in Manchester. Lovely to see you, Teresa. Thank you for subscribing and lovely to see you. Teresa asked me, she asked me this question during the week. I said I'd use it on the show today. She asked me, is there any particular thing you can do once batteries start to die? Whether it's batteries for your TV remote control, for your VCR recorder, DVD player remote, maybe your clock. Small devices you can do this with. I wouldn't advise it for big things like children's toys and all that. I don't think it will work, but it may work, but you'll have to do a different variation to it. I'll just explain one of those. Right, we've got the trusty DVD remote control, which we all use sometimes when we're clicking away on the DVD and it won't work and we're pushing and pushing and pushing. Turns out the batteries have gone, which we all hate. I know naughty Christine from the Cheek of It 69 actually hates when her batteries start going. Yeah, that's why she's got the plug-in electric toys, you could say. The bedroom toys, though, not the other type of toys. No, definitely not. But what I would do is suggest, say this one here, it comes with two batteries, as you can see. They're known as AAA batteries here in the UK. I'm sure they are around the world. So you've got two dead ones in there. What I personally do, you will take one out, of course. There's two things you can do. You can take one out and you can actually replace it with a brand new battery. So what you've now got, you've got one old and you replace the second battery, so you've got one new. And what it will do, the old and the new battery will sort of combine together and it will probably give you an extra 3 to 6 months of your remote control. I don't know if a lot of you actually know this, but it will work. The other thing you can actually do is take both dead batteries out, right? So I take them out. So you've got the new one out. I can get that out very quickly. Oh, I hate getting batteries out. Happens to me all the time. So what I do, I take the new battery, put that in my pocket. Then we've got the two old ones here. What you can actually do, if you warm these up in between your hands, right, for a couple of minutes, don't do it obviously if it's cold weather. I don't think it would work. You can warm it up in your hands, give them a bit of a rub. What I can suggest you can actually do as well, but you have to be very cautious with this. You can take the batteries and actually sit them on your radiator sideways. When I say sit them on your radiator, make sure it's not a full-blown blazing heat radiator, just for 30 seconds or a minute. You can sit them on and be very careful and stand by them. Do not put them down and forget. And do not put them in any microwave or any oven or anything like that, because you will have an explosion and you'll have fires on your hands, and I'm not being responsible for that. But you can do that for a matter of seconds on the radiator or in the hands. Warm them up, give them a rub, right? And then you will put them back in to the remote control like normal, of course. Just close it up at the back and I'll guarantee you will have at least a week or two of obviously using your DVD or your TV remote. And if you've got a device with 4 batteries in, you can take 2 new ones and put it in with 2 olds and it will work. If it's 6 or 8 battery setup, it may not work. But even for 1 battery setup for your clock, the rubbing scenario will work, and swapping half of the batteries over will definitely work. I know it's only a small tip, but I think in the long run that could be a big saving, don't you reckon? I nearly got tongue-tied there, which happens to me on most weekends out with my ex-wives. But I'll let you see another little money-saving clip. I'm going to pop home, actually, see if my dinner's ready. See you back in a sec. Welcome back everyone to Alternative World. Make sure you subscribe, like and share, that'd be fantastic. And please go over to the Cheek of It 69 YouTube channel, link in the bio on here, and use these things. Humans have now got them. It's a new craze that's come from Outer Mongolia, Cambodia, Uzbekistan, Javavistan, all those places we all know pretty well. They're called fingers, and what you do, you go onto your phone or your keyboard, you type in the Cheek of It 69, push enter, my ugly face comes up. That normally scares half of the viewers straight off, and then and you push the red button that says subscribe, and you come on the journey with me, with the big comedy journey. Remember, big cash giveaway for YouTube subscribers only on the Cheek of It 69 YouTube channel. Wednesday, the 27th, just coming up actually, next week at 5:30pm UK time. Don't miss it, because if you do, you'll be crying your eyes out, I know, and I'll come round and give you a spank and put you to bed, you naughty lot, won't I? But that's enough of that. Let's get on with some more money saving tips and ideas, as that's what we're here for. Let me show you this one. Someone actually messaged me. It was Tara, and Tara lives in Chicago, which is obviously in USA, as you know. Tara asked me, she said, I'm always getting smelly trainers, and my husband's always getting smelly trainers, considering obviously it's pretty hot in Chicago, isn't it? Like it is in the UK at the moment. We had temperatures here at 41 degrees nearly, which was a record ever temperature for the UK. She says, how do I get the trainers clean, as I don't want to keep having to throw trainers away, take them to the laundrette, where you get them washed, obviously like a laundrette, I suppose it's called the same thing in America, is it? If it's something different, let me know in the comments, I don't know. What I do with my trainers, let me show you. Right, I've got a pair here, which I'm going to wash it in a moment. I've washed one, and the other one I haven't washed. As you can see, all dirty, all dusty. Oh, it smelled disgusting. They smell like Christine's dirty flange eater, let's say. I ain't eating that flange. No, not an eater or flanging or any type of buffet of food am I going to be eating of Christine's. No. What I've done, this one is not been washed, as you can see, hopefully on the camera, and this one has been washed. You can probably tell the difference, look, as you can see on the bottoms, and as you can see inside. Look at that, look how clean it is. What I do, personally, I take the old pair of trainers, and I will show you. What you do is you get them in a towel, right, and you wrap the towel. The reason you do this is because if you put your trainers in a washing machine and they're banging around for 15, 20 minutes, half hour, 2 hours, you're going to have no trainers left. So what you do, you wrap them in a towel, and then down the bottom here, you tie a knot, which I always say I've tied a knot there. I can't do it, obviously, on screen. It'll be all day. Then they go round and round the washing machine, obviously. The best thing to do is actually put them in a pillowcase. You know what you have your pillow in at night to sleep? Put them in the pillowcase, tie it up nice and tight, put them in the washing machine. Don't use it with your favourite pillowcase, or it will start stinking. The pillowcase, that is, not the trainers. Well, the trainers are probably already stinking. That's why you've washed them. What you do, they then come out brand spanking new like this. There's no rips, there's no damage. And then what I do, which a lot of people make the mistake, what they then do is they let them dry somewhere. And obviously you're going to have totally stinky wet trainers again, which it doesn't work. So what I do, I take some newspaper, some ordinary household newspaper. If they're white trainers, don't do this, because you will have the ink coming off. But if they're any other colour, you can do it. And you put the newspaper inside of the trainer. If your laces are not too dirty, take your laces out. Or what you can do is take them out totally and tie them in the bag separate to the trainers, and then it spins out. Put the newspaper in and let that sit for probably half a day. Then pull the newspaper out. You can see just in a few seconds, look, how much water it's picked up. The newspaper's wet already. What I actually do as well, I spray my newspaper with some aftershave or some smelly stuff, but don't do it in the first piece. Put it in, drain, say 90% of the water, 80%, then spray the paper with some aftershave or some perfume, and put it back in, and I tell you what, you will have brand new trainers. This works with kids trainers, plimsolls, sandals, any types of trainers. Don't walk around with stinky feet anymore, because obviously it's not good. And another very quick tip before I move on to the next one, when you're washing your feet, if you have smelly feet in the summer, no matter if you use shower gel, whatever you use and you're scrubbing your feet, the smell won't go away. The best thing I find is normal household soap, a bar of soap. Wash your feet first, get all the dirt and sweat off, and then rub the soap all in between your feet and scrub the feet with soap. Rinse off, and I guarantee, no matter how smelly your feet are, if it's your dirty old husband's stinky feet that smell the house down, or your boyfriend's feet, or if it's your own feet are stinking the place out, like a couple of dirty old tramps' feet, a homeless person's feet, but we're still tramps, not homeless people, because you don't have to have smelly feet to be homeless. No, I've got stinky feet and I'm not homeless, not anymore anyway. I guarantee you the smell will be totally gone, and you won't have to put up with it anymore around the house, walking around spraying their feet every few minutes as you're getting a nasty whiff of it. That happens to me all of the time. But yeah, I think that's a small tip, big savings, definitely on trainers anyway. Save buying a new pair, won't it? back to Alternative World, everyone. Make sure you subscribe, like and share, please. Do hit the bell icon. That would be fantastic. And we've got a brand new episode of the Cheek of It 69 YouTube channel tomorrow. And obviously next Friday we'll have another video here on Alternative World. I'm giving away cash, £50 cash, on the 27th of this month on the Cheek of It 69 YouTube channel, exclusive for subscribers only. Make sure you come over and subscribe now. You have to do it in the next 24 to 48 hours to be eligible. New video tomorrow. And also make sure that you come and see the video that was on yesterday, as I was a day late due to obviously some issues uploading. I am the world's only multi-character alternative adult film street comedian and impressionist, you know. Also BBC TV producer. In August I'm giving away £300 to a subscriber on YouTube. If you ever desubscribe, you can never be eligible again, as I have the equipment to tell. So it's entirely up to you. Tell your friends, tell your family. If you want to come on the journey, that's great and you can win. If not, then obviously you won't and you'll never win. It's simple as that. There's no catches. I will always give back, and as I do bigger and bigger competitions and bigger contracts which I'm signing, then it will be bigger and bigger prizes. But if you desubscribe, I always put people on the blacklist. Even if it's another Google account, I can always tell, and obviously from the names and so on, and you can never be eligible again. It's as simple as that. But let's move on to today's video again. What I'm doing next Friday, we'll have a brand new video, of course, here, and I've got better cameras and better sound equipment coming, and I'm going to film these videos through the week to make them better quality for all of us. Very quick tip, and I'll get onto the main one. Asthma inhaler. Some of you around the world, they're brown, blue, red, all different shapes and sizes. What you can do, if you're running low, you can actually do this with polish and air freshener as well. You squeeze the tin ever so slightly with your teeth or whatever. Don't jump on it, because you'll have an explosion on your hands and that will cause you problems, I guarantee it. Alright. Let me show you first. Well, there's nothing in there, okay? Very little at the end. You bite down, alright, ever so slightly, and what you do, you just put the tin back in, and you make sure that obviously you've pushed it back in basically, and it's ready. I will take the lid off and show you and give it a good shake. As you can hear, there's nothing really in there. It's empty. That's just the thing knocking. Let me hold it. There's nothing in there, but there will be an extra squirt. Oh, there we go. There's one. I won't waste again. It sounds like there's another little tiny bit in there, but there you go. And you can do that with polish as well. You can also do that, as I said, with air freshener and any tins, but don't put any heat to them and don't ever jump on them, as you will have an explosion in your hands. But that can definitely work through asthma inhalers, and make sure you do it, obviously. And as I said, it can help. It's only a tiny fix. It'll only give 1 or 2 sprays. There's probably one more spray in there, and that will be it. Will be gone. But that is a great tip. This one I want to show you is the main tip that I brought you here for. Some of you asked me about this. I was actually trying this myself. I was in the kitchen the other day trying to sharpen my knife, and I couldn't find the knife sharpener. It was as blunt as anything. I was trying to cut a chicken. This isn't the knife I was using, of course. It was a bigger knife, but I've already sharpened that, so I'm going to show you. This can work not only with a knife, which I've got here. I'm not sticking you up for your money, definitely not. And scissors as well, which you cut things. It's a new invention that everyone's using at the moment. Scissors. Amazing invention, yeah. They've just come out, apparently. Right, what you do, you take tinfoil, which you've got here. Don't keep it as a one sheet. You need to sort of thicken it up. What you can do with the knife, I'll show you very closely. You get the knife, you want the, not the dull side here, you want the shiny side. You take your knife and you run it like this, look. The blade up, and you run like this. You do one side with the blade up. Be careful you don't cut yourself. I would suggest you have some sort of towel. I use a sock. There's one of my fiance's dirty old socks on the floor, look. So what I do, oh, it is dirty, it stinks like, oh, so you just so I don't cut myself, you put it in, and you run the knife like this, along, right, and back and forward. It almost works like a knife sharpener. Look, I've got the, just trying to show you what I'm doing. But you just put it in and just run the knife along and cut. And you only got to do that about 20-25 times. Then, of course, what you do is you turn the knife over and do it upside down, because then it's getting the other side of the blade. But do be very careful. Make sure your foil is quite thick to do this, right? That's how you do it with the knife. You want to do it at least 20-25 times each side. The thicker the tin foil, the less chance you've got of cutting yourself, I will say. That's why I'm trying to hold it in between the sock. But literally, and I can assure you, just from about 5-7 times each, you can't really see, but that is, look, that is taking some of it off. already, and I can genuinely feel, I'm not just saying it, try it yourself, that genuinely is sharper. It's not razor blade sharp. I'm not trying to suggest that for one moment. You'd have to do it probably 50, 75 times each side to do it, but it does work. And even better with scissors, it works a lot easier. You just take the thick tin foil here, fold it up like I said, and what you do, you just cut. That's all you do. You cut, 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 and you just cut. Obviously, I haven't got enough foil here to do scissors, but you just cut. That's all you do. And tin foil is got, because it's metal, you cut, just literally cut it, and you will find if you do that about 50 times along a foil, fold it in half and just go along, cut, move along a bit, cut, 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 and I guarantee you, 100%, do try it at home, those scissors will be really sharp again, I guarantee it. Well, I'm going to go, guys. I do love you all. It's me, Chris, for Alternative World. Small tips, big savings. Make sure you subscribe, like and share, please. And I'll see you next week for another video and the cheek of it 69 Tomorrow comedy show. I do love you all. Wherever you are in the world, take care and be safe. Bye for now.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days